What's going on, guys? I'm Shizwack, and I'm back with another Should I Buy It, where I take a game on your request, break it down, rip it apart, and give you everything you need to know to make a sound decision on that purchase. Let me waste my money so you don't have to. Today I'm covering Dying Light. Dying Light is an open-world, free-roaming, action, zombie survival game. It's fast-paced, there's parkour, rooftop running, zip lining, climbing, grabbing, jumping. It's got all of that. It has a very refined combat system compared to Dead Island. You're going to find it shares many of the same traits that the Dead Island games have. For today, I'm going to mostly stick to the single-player elements of the game. But before getting into it, because multiplayer can be a huge part of even the single-player campaign, I'm going to tell you a bit about it. As you're running around this world, you can at any time open up your game for multiplayer. You can let friends join in, co-op. They're basically another human helping you do quests and gather shit and kill zombies. And you can also go into the zombie mode. This is where you enter the game as a zombie, you invade other players' games, and start the whole multiplayer aspect to everything. Now when you're the zombie and you invade, it can either be nighttime or daytime. You have those options. You can also control how frequently this might happen. But it goes into a special kind of mode where there's hives and the zombie has to protect the hives. There's also player lives, which are lined up, where the zombie has to kill the player X number of times to win the match. So it's a bit of a match in that sense. You're not just campaigning around and trying to avoid a zombie. That would be complete grief, really. I mean, who wouldn't join a game, be a zombie, and fuck with everyone trying to do a campaign? So they had to throw some kind of organization into it. So it's basically a match. When it ends, there's a winner, and it kind of sums up. You get a little pop-up screen at the end that sums up the match. When you are the zombie, it's fast-paced. You have grappling hooks to get around. They can do insta-kill on players, but they're very vulnerable to UV lights, and players have UV lights at all times. The main thing you have to do to win as a zombie is avoid the UV lights and try to kill the players. The main thing you have to do as the players is try to keep your zombie on your radar by hitting your find button. It's like this, the same as a survival scan, and I will show you that when I get into the game, but it basically highlights everything of use in the area. That will highlight the zombie and allow you to track the zombie. So you're very vulnerable, it's very intense. As the player, you have whatever weapons you had going in the campaign on you. You don't lose them or anything like that. It's basically a fun little match to just add some more multiplayer gameplay outside of the regular cooperative campaign. So right now I'm going to load up the campaign and show you what's what. Let's rock and roll. So here it is. We're in the tower. This is a safe zone. No weapons out. You can run around it. You can jump around it. It's got all the movement mechanics to it. You just basically can't use your weapons. These are all over the map, which I will show you in a second. This is your Quartermaster, which gives you some useful items when a night ends. I will get into day and night play in a moment. This is your vendor, pretty straightforward. Very much like Dead Island. You have weapons you can purchase, and all your stackable items like throwing knives, ammo, med packs, lockpicks, and that kind of thing. This is your bed. You can fast forward days and nights. You can wait right until night if you want to just start playing that way. I'll get into the benefits of that in a moment. You then have your player stash. In your stash, you can basically keep anything you want in your storage. And you have outfits you can change into. These will more matter when you are playing with other people. That will just change how they perceive you, and you unlock these in special ways as you go. Some of them are harder to find than others, but it's basically new outfits, multiplayer aesthetics. This is your map screen. The map is quite large. Okay, there's two maps. This is the first one you play on, and then I think as the game progresses, you'll unlock the second one. This one's called the Slums, the next one's called Old Town. Old Town is more high-rise buildings and a more downtown-looking kind of area. So, pretty big. You can run across it in a matter of minutes, but you are a parkour runner, so that's kind of understandable, I guess. The green areas here are safe zones. Anytime night rolls in, if you don't want to live through night and go survive out in the night, it gets pretty intense. You can sleep until the next day, or if you just want to play at night, you can sleep during the day until the next night, and that's basically how safe zones work. It's a nice chance for a break to just sleep the night away or sleep the day away. These red ones are quarantine zones, and these provide hard challenge areas, I'm thinking, that are filled with enemies. You'll mostly want to tackle them co-op, but it's an extra element that can switch it up if you're playing with your friends. Quests, pretty straightforward. You have story quests and side quests. They vary from everything from gathering to doing tasks for other NPCs in the game. Now, I'm going to tell you, side quests are really fun. They're quite engrossing. I mean, aside from the gather quests, all the other ones, they have you thinking, oh, I wonder what happens next. And for a side quest to do that to the player, I think that's quite unique. So they're very well done. They're very fun. You'll want to do as many as you can. They give you some massive XP. So they're all worth doing, and they're all very fun. Story quests are your more cinematic. They keep progressing the game, the main story, and they're obviously a lot of fun too. You then have the inventory, which is, again, very straightforward. Your equipped weapons, you can equip 4 at a time, and your equipment on the side, which goes from throwables, grenades, and grappling hooks, obviously. You then have valuables, which are only for selling, and a huge list of crafting parts, because there is a big crafting component in this game. Other being your lockpicks, medkits, ammunition. Okay, so blueprints. You're looking at just weapons that I have unlocked. You need to find the weapon it requires, you need to have the components, and then you can craft it. Very easy, very straightforward crafting. You get recipes from side quests. Sometimes you find them. They're all over the place. Skill trees. 3 areas of skill. Survivor, agility, and power. Survivor is basically your XP. You get it from completing quests, surviving the night, getting airdrops and cashing them in. It's everything you gain outside of running and fighting. You then have your agility tree, which is everything from jumping to climbing. Every single time you do something, it will put XP into this tree. It's a really neat system, actually. It makes you go on the rooftops, run around, because you're not gaining agility points if you're just running on the ground. I mean, this game's based around parkour, and it makes you use it with this tree. You then have power tree, which is mostly fighting. I will show you that one in a minute. Here's your survivor skill tree. So you have 3 different tiers, novice, adept, and expert, and depending on where you are is basically dependent on what you need to unlock it. So you'll see here survival level 12 will get you this one, and then you can get all kinds of goodies around that. Your agility tree, fighting, okay, running, grabbing, escaping, landing, the free running skill tree for Dying Light. And then you have power, so everything from kick stuns to long, hard swings and extra health and anything kind of revolving around combat is what you're going to find in this tree. So 3 skill trees, all very neat, all quite deep. You can put points into all of them, just keep getting them as you play the game, keep investing in the skill trees, and it really makes you vary your gameplay. It makes you do side quests, it makes you run in the parkour style that is meant for this game, and it doesn't let you avoid zombies and only run parkour style, because if you want to increase your power level, you're going to have to fight. If you want to increase your agility, you're going to have to run. And that's pretty much the basics to the skill trees in Dying Light. You'll see you have a clock here. This clock, time of day is always a very important factor in this. I don't know what a real day or from a day till a night cycle ends up being, maybe about half an hour of gameplay at the most, I would say. You'll want to keep an eye on this to see what time or how close you are to night. So I'm going to go run around a bit and tell you about the day and night cycle. The open world. At your disposal. Let's go for a run. We are masters of parkour. You hold the jump button to grab ledges. There's a grappling hook. There's a cooldown on the grappling hook, you'll see. If you're jumping from high ledges, you can land in dumpsters and piles of garbage to break your fall. And we have an airdrop. Perfect, perfect. When airdrops happen, you have to run to it. And you have to be fast.
Search every corner.
And that is exactly why. Someone beat me to it. So, they're marked on your map with that blue icon. And of course, these fucking assholes got to it before I did. But, let's take them on.
Foot. See that? Fuck. We've got a runner here. Get him.
They have guns. They have guns. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Noise attracts virals. Virals are deadly. They're fast-moving 28 days later type of zombies. Not completely turned brain dead yet. So, you want to try to avoid using guns when you can. You saw there my weapon selection wheel. Alright, come on, virals. Where are you? You hear them banging around, screaming, making their way to you. Getting intense, and I got that. So you'll see there, deliver drop to Quartermaster. That will get me huge survival points. It also gives you med packs and flares. Flares help you at night. So, day and night. It is the beautiful daytime right now. Nice and safe, not much going on. Kind of quiet, actually. Running around in the day is nothing hard. But when night rolls around, holy shit, it gets crazy. There's not many more zombies, but there are what they call volatiles. Volatiles are super zombies. They're fast, they're tough, they're very hard to kill, and they're very fucking scary to run from. Running at night will give you extra survival points. If you complete a bunch of quests, kill a bunch of zombies, and it all happens at night, they are going to pay off. You'll get a big payout of survival points when the day comes. Let's go. Kill some zombies. There's all kinds of zombies. Spitters, brutes, exploders right there. You see that? That's an exploder. They're probably the most dangerous. That's insta-death. You have these guys in these suits. Watch. Let's get our gun out. Beauty. Now I do want to make sure there's no virals on their way before I start taking on this brute, because they can be tough. We're good. You can dodge. Now I do have a skill that progressively makes my attacks more deadly as I keep attacking a single enemy. So like you saw before, I have a weapon wheel. Okay, you get all your stats this way. You can see what condition your weapons are in. I have an equipment wheel, which is kind of the same thing, but for any equipment. I'm using a heavily modified scythe right now. Lockpicking. Let's see, what do I have to do here? Report to Tolga and Fatine. The scouts have seen people entering the school. Edward, find crayons for kids. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go inside to complete these quests. Let's board it up. I think there's a back entrance somewhere. That's my survival senses.
Just wanted to remind you to not be playing heroes in the dark, huh?
They highlight usable items. The dark's coming. I would love to show you that. And you'll be scrounging all the time. All the time. You want to keep finding craftable items, because as you use weapons, you'll see in the bottom right corner, they have a max amount of times you can repair them. So that number 3 you see means if I repair this weapon 3 times, it's cooked, and I can't use it anymore. It makes it quite a bit more realistic for a zombie survival type of game. Okay, so simple side quest
boys, what are we into
banter.
this time?
Do you understand what a battery is?
Tolga, you're overwhelming him.
Easily 50 to 55 kilograms each.
That's equal to several large rocks. He's American. The metric system makes him angry.
The acting is actually quite a bit better than Dead Island. I found Dead Island's acting atrocious.
We don't know this arsehole from a plate of falafel.
Usually side quests get quite a bit more violent than this, but this is kind of low-key, so I'll take it. And night is rolling in. That is my warning that night is on. So you see there, agility and power points are doubled. It gets that fucking crazy that they give you those extra points. And your flashlight will be on for the next 10 hours. The volatiles are out. The zombies are out in full force. Let's go kill some. So you'll see on your map, keep an eye right there, you're going to see view cones. View cones are for the volatiles. I can drop kick. I can grab. Oh shit. Obviously headshots work. You'll see that's a stamina. And that is a volatile. So, the chase is on. You can look behind as you shit your pants. You'll get some points for outrunning them. Oh fuck. 8 health, what up now? Fuck. And I'm cooked. It's not easy. So, if you get their attention, it gets quite difficult. That is probably one of my favorite things about this game. It's not easy. Night is stressful, night is difficult, as it's supposed to be. The cone on the map. Now let me see if I can... There we go. So they get highlighted as such when you activate your survival senses. They're beastly. You want to stay away from them whenever you can. Safety on the rooftops. I find when I'm running around at night, I'm mostly just staring at my mini-map. That's okay. You see the points on the left under the bar, where you see the guy running, the agility symbol. As I run, as I jump, I keep getting points racked up there. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Airdrop. Fuck the batteries. I'm going for the airdrop. It's a light trap. You hit it. Oh my god, it gets their attention. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And there it is, guys. Dying Light. The game is huge. It's a must-have for any zombie lover. Open world, free roaming galore. I really hope this one got the point across, and I really hope it helped you out on your purchase decision. I'm Shizwack, all one word. Follow me on Twitter for all the latest news on uploads, and please hit that subscribe button. Have a great day, guys. Peace!